got
And
my
it's Field.
It's been a minute, man. It's been a minute since your boy even broadcast, right? What's going on with everybody? How everybody doing out there in the world, man? Everything good? Everything good? Everything good? I hope everything is good. I gotta play these boys here.
Just about time to rock
And I
as
gotta
Toe
say
gets ready to meet leather.
my
And
schedule
we
look
are
real.
underway from Commander's
Well,
Field.
Woo. Can you
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Welcome to the screen, man. Welcome to the screen. We're gonna see what we can do against this boy here. I ain't really been able to focus on the game, and I've been doing a lot. Hopefully, let's start something like this. See something.
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the third round. And he is
tried to go at him myself.
Didn't work. The line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Take our time.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Yeah, it did.
To throw is Fields. A short one there to Fryermuth. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And this is going to be a Steelers first down. His good running gets him to about the 44. 3rd and short.
This is the first time I probably really practiced playing for real. Like, in a kind of a zone, you know, chilling.
Good blocking angles.
So you hit that like button, man. Hit that like button.
And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. Back to throw. Fields. He's got a man. It's his fullback. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 5.
I don't like the way these boys is all lined up. They greedy like
that. Here's Fields. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
They'll run on first down. McQueen, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January. They've got to improve in this area.
Fields. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
God damn it!
He throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Okay. Damn, already?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 30.
You got to watch this kid. He got some wheels on.
For the Steelers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
2nd and 3. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Jimenez. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington. Looking to throw. Bonds. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
There you go.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Way to go, brother.
Picked off by Drew Sanders. And the
Steelers
are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now Fields. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's a 2nd and 8. A play fake, now Fields to throw.
To
the ground, incomplete.
Come on.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Fields now to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They snap it to Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. George Pickens with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Yup. We're doing what we can do out here, man.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jimenez. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff as they run left side. And shedding the tackle, and now some room.
Nice.
Good for 22 and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Bonds. A man over the middle, and it's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He'll try to run this one in. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Back to throw. Bonds looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Bonds to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown from 6 yards away. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Now Cade York for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score, but Remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Play action. It's Fields.
Ah.
And this will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Fields.
Whoa!
Well, he tries to force
Too
it.
high.
It's intercepted.
Way too high.
He may go.
And that's what we've seen from
Way
this
too
defense all
high.
year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun on 3rd down. Bonds. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return.
What's up, everybody, man? Going on? All right. Let me chill. Been a rough one. Ain't been that rough. We just had something happen.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
So now,
Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Right back to him on 1st down. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Got me.
And a nice job to
way to hold me back.
Tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Here's Fields. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
Way to
They're going to
get it. Way
have
to get
another
it.
first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So here's
That's an X factor you got like that too. Boy, that was a miracle right there, boy. That motherfucking miracle right there, boy.
Fields finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Nope. God damn it.
Struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Fuck.
And the Commanders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. It'll be a gain of 4 here, and it will take us to the end of the first half of play.
We heard
and that'll
that.
do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth.
I got to kick it.
Number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Throwing to start the drive. Bonds. And this one is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Bonds.
There you go.
Oh, the turnover fuss continues. Here's another interception.
That's all right.
They will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
He's got it. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in for
All right, let's go.
Touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Extra
Doing what we can do.
And
Doing what we can do. That's it. Smash that old like button over there, man. Smash that old like button.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Throwing to start the drive. Bonds. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Bonds.
Fuck.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Bonds. Eluding the pressure right. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Bonds. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
He's going to wind up and air it out.
There you go.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Steelers force the turnover.
Let's get it moving. Let's get it cracking, baby. What you got to do over there? Get it cracking.
Take over at their own 27.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On the move to his left. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, here's Fields.
What the fuck?
Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And now the rookie's free. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception return for a touchdown. And this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Extra point.
Oh, my God.
Is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Oh, it's shit you just don't understand. What
and
the
we will
fuck?
not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
I'm playing with that boy all day. Man, say shit, you gonna give me that.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines growing for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Well, there go that motherfucker.
Out of the gun, Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lucas Van Ness racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So the fake punt, a daring call this deep in their own end, and the end result, certainly not what they were hoping for.
I have to admit I admire their daring, but I actually would like this play called better if it's between the 40s here. The problem is, even if the ball's not intercepted and it's just incomplete, you're still giving away half a field's worth of possession.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. And now here's a carry heading left. And a short gain down to about the 33. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Off the play fake, Daniels. He wants it all for the end zone.
What?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Commanders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
I don't even know what to say.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so that can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. He gets it complete to Harris. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Come on, get the...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Fields. And
come on, baby.
They tried to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Commanders Field. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and a mile. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, two-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Oh!
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Ask them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Throwing on second and long.
What?
Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far. On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
To throw is Daniels. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Daniels from the gun on third down. He's got the first down and then some. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now a handoff looking right. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Daniels. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Daniels looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Daniels. touchdown, Washington. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 26.
Man.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards.
What the fuck?
A big fourth quarter hole. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
2nd down and a yard. Again, Fields. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space. But there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle. And, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, man. Take this losing fucking season.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. To the air goes Daniels. Touchdown! A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Commanders stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Extra point by York is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Freiermuth again. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. 2nd and 5. Here's Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Throwing again is Fields. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And the kick here is good, so add 3 to the total, but they're still coming up well short, and that is how this one comes to an end. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination.
Well, I ain't had no internet problem. That's the best part of it.
Certainly was.
No Wi-Fi problem.
Compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice. Obviously, your training camps, your off season. But on
Way
game
too many
day,
interceptions.
you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense. A complete team victory.
So for Washington, they solidify their spot in the playoffs as they run their mark to 12-4 on the year. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
To the next one, y'all. I had to listen to that old ugly-ass song they got for them. Retarded-ass song. Peace out, y'all. To the next one, baby.